What's up, everybody? Brett here, and I'm back today playing some more Darkest Dungeon. Okay, picking up where we left off last time, y'all. We are gonna head into the Weald and take out the Brigand 8-pounder. We also have another boss here in the ruins that we could go and take out, the Sonorous Prophet. Another boss that I'm very familiar with. He's also offering a really good rare item, but we have one of these already. I don't think it's as big of a priority to get this early on as the Focus Ring, which is a really powerful damage dealing item. So, yeah, we're going to go and take out the Brigand 8-pounder. This is the crew we're going to use. We've got the Shield Breaker, Highwayman, Occultist, Arbalist, and I'll explain why we want this much kind of armor piercing / single target damage. And we also have the Occultist here for debuffs, lowering protection and damage. So there's a lot of little things going into this build, but it's also not very complicated. I've already distributed items between them. I've got people, situated for stress relief purposes. I've got our Hellion getting rid of slow reflexes, I believe. And everything's good to go. I think all we need to do now is make sure we've upgraded our arms and armor on everyone. Okay. How much more damage is this? 3 more. It makes them pretty fast. And that's good. And let's see our Arbalister. Okay. Good and good. And as far as skills go, it's all fine. Definitely want to upgrade Sniper Shot. Healing. What else is she using right now? I like upgrading Bola as well. Mark is not... Excuse me. The mark is not necessary on this particular run. And the Occultist. We need to check his stuff as well. So, we want to upgrade Sacrificial Stabs. Done that already. We want to upgrade the Weakening Curse. We don't want to upgrade the heal. So this is a point that I wanted to go over. So check it out, guys. You basically get an extra 2 heal off of this, which granted does increase the overall likelihood and average of you getting a slightly higher heal, because it is random. But what it also does is it doubles the amount of bleed. So that's no good. So we're going to forego getting the second level of Weird Reconstruction. But I think once we get the level 3, we upgrade it. It's hard for me to remember. It's been a while. And what abilities are we currently using? Abyssal Artillery. You know what? I think Demon Pull is really good on this. Let's maybe do some of that. Okay. So I think we have a good crew. Yeah, just like that. Let's go ahead and take down the... It keeps putting me back on this boss. Take down the Brigand 8-pounder, and we can read the blurb here. As long as the thieves and ruffians man a cannon of the old road, the hamlet will be cut off from trade. Demolish this ironwork devil. So basically some brigands have a cannon. Yeah, pretty simple. Don't ever want brigands to have cannons. This is a boss, so we're going to prepare heavily. It's not a particularly difficult boss. And before overconfidence, slow and insidious killer. It's generally not a particularly difficult boss. There are parts of this boss that make it mostly really easy to defeat. I think 3 shovels is a good idea. Yeah, I think we're good.
Simple folk are by their nature loquacious, and the denizens of the hamlet were no exception. It was not long before rumors of my morbid genius and secretive excavations began to fuel local legend. In the face of my increasingly egregious flaunting of public taboos, awe turned to ire, and demonstrations were held in the town square.
Yeah. So he went all Les Miserables on everybody and brought a cannon in.
The smell of sulfur and gunpowder hangs in the air. The war machine is close.
The war machine. So, I can't even believe this. We're gonna have to go we're basically gonna have to go here and backtrack and then go all the way down. We will backtrack. Please, nobody go to dig this up. We know that this takes shovels. Oh my god, we're gonna use 2 shovels right off the bat. That is so
Finding the
bad.
stuff is only the first test. Now it must be carried home.
That's bad, y'all. Maybe I should have brought 4 shovels. If they put another barrier back here, I'm just gonna like start
Mind
walking
that such
backwards.
missteps are the exception, and not the rule.
Medicinal herbs, clean that up. 4 food is nice. We also could have brought an extra torch or 2. We do have to keep into account that we may end up having to fight some snakes on this run. There's also a really good squad to deal with the snakes as well. And the reason why I didn't eat some food to give her her health back was because I had a feeling we would get a hunger check walking backwards like this.
The light, the promise of safety.
Keep that torchlight high. No reason to get any incremental stress. Here we go, our first battle. Should be an easy one.
Another abomination, cleansed from our lands.
So we have Demon's Cauldron that we're using for the debuff skill chance and the stress reduction.
Back
Beautiful.
to the pit.
And that should be a kill. Yep. Very good. And that allows us to get a nice little heal off. We'll take that attack there, just in case it gives us some stress relief.
A fortune, waiting to be spent.
Man, I just feel just that little bit under-provisioned. And that's going to be our last shovel right there. We're going to have to time our camp very carefully. Nice, 1 shot, 1 kill.
Their formation is
Very
broken.
good.
Maintain the offensive.
And blind fire, and we whiff. Good dodge. Come out of this taking no damage. That would be something.
The slow death. Unforeseen. Unforgiving.
Unfortunately, we pick up holy water instead of maybe
The way is lit.
Another
the path
shovel?
is clear. We require only the strength to follow it.
I was hoping against hope that we might grab a shovel. Alright, that's not the worst. That's awesome. Man, he's nailing him with that attack. And we're hoping to bowl this thing and get a little extra value on the big guy, the Scratcher. Just no disease, please.
Press this advantage. Give them no
Excellent
quarter.
crit. And he should be using Escape Cloud now. If we let
As the
him.
fiend
We don't want him to
falls,
attack, though.
A faint hope blossoms.
Scratchers have very low bleed resistance.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
item here. We need bandages to search.
Glittering gold, trinkets and baubles.
Damn.
Paid for in blood.
Sucks that we've been stepping into so many traps. We do have a highwayman with like 100% trap disarm. But it is good that we've gotten so much extra food. But next, you know, obstacle we come across that we're going to have to claw our way past is going to be somewhat dangerous.
If only treasure could staunch the flow of otherworldly corruption.
We have options here. I mean, citrine's not incredibly valuable. Holy water is not going to be useful in the boss battle. I'm tempted just to like use it all right now. And I think I will. Kind of sucks to use it like that. But we know we're going to get more gold. Man, that's like the third
Mechanical
trap.
hazards possessed by evil intent.
Yep, there we go. Oh my god. So we've got an obstacle that we can't pass, followed by 4 battles. Give me a shovel, for the love of God.
A handsome reward for a task well performed.
Here we go.
Without tools of iron, you must rely on flesh and indefatigable purpose.
Spiders should not be an issue.
Another one falls. Begone, fiend.
Doing well so far.
Executed with impunity.
And now blind fire to take this one out. Excellent. Okay. No true negatives
Seize
there.
this momentum. Push on to the task's end.
What do we do now? Do we toss some medicinal herbs or some anti-venom? It feels bad. We're getting a little greedy. We also don't have another key for this extra room battle. Alright, I don't know what you said, buddy, but I agree. Put some damage there.
A decisive pummeling.
Just hoping for the Bola kill. That's still pretty sweet. And it's time to heal him. It's really the map right now that's killing us. And not so much the enemies. Okay. But he did cause us to bleed. No good. And what a low damage roll there. And they're wrecking with little torchlight we have left. Grave robber.
Horrors, brought low and driven into the mud.
Wow. Maximum punished. We're gonna be fighting in the dark soon. Good kill.
That devastating blow.
Okay, nice and easy.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
We've opened up a lot of empty sacks. That's like the fourth one. Those usually have supplies that we probably could have used. We're not far from our destination, but without a key, of course we can't open that. We're going to need to have some means of stress relief. Our arbalist is not having a good time. Killing these enemies on the first round is super important. And I'm kind of happy that you guys haven't had a chance yet.
A trifling victory, but a victory nonetheless.
We could try and open it, but I think it's just going to wreck us. No, we're still able to open it. And get some more heirlooms. Man, I definitely value that. This is probably 750. This is already 500 and we may pick up more. We could consider camping here, but we're still multiple tiles away. So we're not going to get super greedy, but we do want the heirlooms over gold. And we don't have what we need to search this. Okay, not the worst outcome. We don't have bandages. No. What disease? Okay, you just picked up blight. That's not so bad. We'll heal whenever we camp.
Secrets and wonders can be found in the most tenebrous corners of this place.
Perfect.
Precision and power.
Give me those crits. We're going dark. Ooh.
Decimated.
Loving it. We got the big crits in the dark. Fight like you're dying. Hell yeah. We're doing it, y'all. And you know what? We're just going to heal here. A crit heal would have been pretty nice. But I think we can pretty easily take this guy out this round.
A singular strike.
All those crits. And if I remember right, this is just straight up stress relief. Pristine fountain. It looks unaffected by the surrounding chaos. And I think you can use holy water on it and get even more stress relief. I just don't remember. We don't have any holy water anyway. And we get another obstacle.
Nature herself, a victim to the spreading corruption.
Right.
Malformed with misintent.
And we can read this. Journal of Darius, we've read that before. Alright, not much of a hallway between us, but we're going to camp. We could go forward into the hallway and then back out, but the game always punishes me when I do that. It always just ends up spawning something. So let's just camp now. We'll eat the maximum amount so that we can reduce our stress.
And vulnerable. Rats in a maze.
Very good. Here we can prevent nighttime ambush and have a chance to surprise. It's not... Honestly, I think the best chance is that we're just going to be attacked by the snakes. But we definitely want to use snake eyes, not even just for this battle, but for the upcoming boss battle, which is one of the strategies I wanted to talk about. The upcoming boss battle has kind of two elements to it. There's a guy who's constantly trying to light the cannon to shoot it at you. There's usually some other enemies kind of in there as well. And then there's the cannon itself, which is just a big piece of metal. So you need armor piercing to, you know, bypass its protection. And we've brought that in spades. Preventing the nighttime ambush, I don't believe actually does anything against the snakes and the nightmares of the shield breaker. Cleaning our guns would be cool. Marching plan is also good. give ourselves a marching plan. Man, this is a pretty huge buff as well to her. Let's give them the clean guns. And with that, we're pretty much good to go. We can heal a bit more and get him topped off full HP. Unfortunately, we didn't have a lot of stress relief with this party. I'm coping well despite the madness all around. There is nothing for it now. We've run out of wood. Our larder is well stocked. Whatever dangers we may face, starvation is not one of them. Alright, let's see.
And now, the darkness holds.
Nah, we got a regular ambush. That's so lame.
Black as death.
It's a weak enemy. Honestly, was hoping for the snakes. I can lunge forward and kill this guy and put her in a good position to shoot. Alright, whatever. They gave us 2,000 gold for that fight.
So clearly in view.
Can't be
Or
mad
is
at
it
it.
merely a trick of the light?
Alright. They spit in my face one
Curious
last
is
time,
the
but at least it went on
trapmaker's
him.
art. His efficacy unwitnessed by his own eyes.
Can top him off with a little food. Whatever, 1 HP. If he died by 1 HP, I would never forgive myself for not healing him. So, we also have the possibility of using point-blank synergies. But we'll see about that when we get into it. I'll talk more about the strategy as it's happening.
A marvel of technology.
So here we go. This is the guy we gotta
Engine of
kill.
Destruction.
Every single time, he's gotta go. We see him, we kill him. Now here, we start getting options.
Destroyed.
Okay. The cannon basically doesn't do anything by itself. It needs the other guy to light it. Quadruple dodge. Nice. But yeah, it did bring back the guys. AoE is also good. The Brigand 8-pounder only takes up 1 slot. We could consider using something like Impale, but like I said, just get rid of him. We easily handled the other guys. Bola should be able to take care of them again. And you know what, let's just shoot him with the Arbalister. Use blind fire to increase our speed. And we're whittling it down slowly.
Well struck.
Very nice. We really want her to use her piercing on the Brigand 8-pounder. And we really want to use our debuff on the 8-pounder as well. But I guess one element of this troop that's missing is maybe AoE damage. Never going to let the matchman light anything. 10 damage is quite a bit versus him. Wow, we haven't taken a single point of damage yet. Alright, well, one guy has lived. I think we're just going to use Impale, perhaps. But it should be obvious that a cannon is highly resistant to all forms of being messed with. Let's do the damage and put the bleed. That way when we use the Impale, like, guarantees the kill. I mean, that works too. And you know what? We have to kill this guy. I actually was confusing them for a second. I don't know why. No one gets a chance to attack, and we start the whole dance over again. But this time with one less person. Wow, if he's even able to get the kill, that frees us up to do other DPS type things. Can't hit him like that. We still haven't used the debuff yet. But, I mean, if it's working, we should just keep doing this. If we try and get too fancy,
Masterfully executed.
we're just going to have a problem.
A powerful blow.
Crazy. And what's also going very well for us is that all these crits are giving us tons of stress relief. If we didn't have that armor piercing though from the shield breaker, we'd be doing significantly less damage
The ground quakes.
to the actual 8-pounder itself. Alright, Matchman goes down. Just all the crits. Almost. 3 HP left. That's easy. Gotta love the model too. And for once he only summoned the Matchman. That's crazy. He didn't do that the whole fight. If he had done that once or twice throughout the fight, we could have easily put the debuff on him. But instead we had to use our entire turn to kill him.
The brigands are undone. Our family crest is once again a symbol of strength.
Alright, we do want to pick this stuff up. These, I think, are a little bit more expensive than the others. We can certainly dump the food. And one portrait. It's debatable whether or not that's worth. You know what, I think I will dump one portrait for that. And we're done. And now we have the focus ring. We're going to get about another 4,500 gold worth of interest. So 9,000 plus 9,000, about 18,000. Plus what we're going to sell all those junky trinkets for. We made over 20,000 on this run. And picked up a great item and progressed the story. We've also got all 3 of these guys at level 3. Stefan's got Slugger. That's actually pretty cool for him. Fear of Beasts is not so hot.
A fresh irritant to some. A sanguine memory to me.
See how our passive stress relief is going. Not the best, but not the worst. She needs to get rid of these humors. Anyone else? I guess the Mad Hatter got rid of 2 diseases in 1 week. That's pretty good. We got a little value from our relief. And a level 2 abomination. That's excellent. And how many flagellants do we have? I know we have Behemoth, but do we have any additional ones? I'm definitely going to pick up a level 2 abomination.
Tortured and reclusive. This man is more dangerous than he seems.
He's almost the identical level to Brett. Let's see what his traits are. Okay. Ruminator's pretty bad on an A-bomb. Do we pick up the extra flagellant? I don't think so. I don't usually run more than 1. There are certain classes I love to have duplicates of. Lepers, for instance, Crusaders, Vestals. You know, even Hellions. You definitely want more than 1 Jester. Anyone that has like stress relief or healing is pretty good to have multiples of. The Flagellant is kind of a weird off-brand healer. We can hold off. As we level up the Stagecoach, we'll have access to even higher and higher, you know, level guys. This will give us level 3 recruits, and this will give us level 4 recruits. So there'll be a time for all that later. We're not quite close to an upgrade here. Portraits. I mean, I think we can upgrade the cost reduction, and we may want to do that because it feels like we're spending quite a bit.
Fan the flames, mold the metal. We are raising an army.
Wow, we could do it again. You know, that's probably worth it. We're not rushing to level 5 or anything. We're trying to get our 2s and 1s to 3, and then eventually get our 3s to 4s, and then we're going to start hitting veteran stuff really hard. Solar Bracer. You know what, let's go into here, let's unequip all trinkets, sort everything, and then let's check out some of the stuff we just picked up. This might be kind of cool together. Let's see. No, not really. I actually don't even like this item all that much either. I find my Vestals do a decent amount of damage in my runs. We can sell this. 1125 is pretty nice. And Book of Intuition is pretty much useless to me. I don't really like this item, but we'll hold on to it for now, since we just don't have a lot of other options. And our rare collection is growing, or our very rare collection is growing. Let's see what's up next. Oh, okay. Ethereal Crucifix. I think this is another one of those very rare items that's great in the courtyard, but not too many other places. It gives you bleed resist, which everything in the courtyard tries to bleed you. And it gives you bonus damage, which is great because everything, I think, almost everything in there is Eldritch. But minus 20% max HP, which is also pretty easy to counter with just like a life crystal. So basically you get these 2 top bonuses and all you lose is 1 speed. So I mean, it's not a bad thing. I just don't know if I want to do 2 bosses in today's episode. Maybe we could save that for tomorrow and get Bumper Crop and pick up the Camouflage Cloak. It's actually a pretty sweet item. 15 dodge. And the way I play, I like to keep the Torchlight high all the time, so it would essentially be almost like a perma buff. And Bumper Crop, I think... Ooh, this is a good item as well. Bumper Crop, I think, gives you really cheap food on your next expedition. We have the Moon Cloak, which is really good for when you're doing dark runs. Another Martyr Seal, but this is on a long veteran run. We're not good for that. And then the Coven Signet, which is nice. Minus 25% stress if they have the Crimson Curse. And you can make it the whole game with, you know, 1 or 2 people having the Crimson Curse. I think on my other playthrough, I intentionally kept my Flagellant with the Crimson Curse because it works kind of really well with his themes. And I might as well, you know, I have the blood to keep him buffed, so... What do we want to do? I like either doing this and getting another one of these Books of Holiness, which is an item that I really value. The Camouflage Cloak is nice, but a little bit memey, I guess you could say. And this is pretty cool if you're going to use him as a healer for the Flagellant, the Resurrection Collar, that is. You know, you're not relying so much on his ability to cause bleed, but rather his, you know, healing skills. And this is also something you can counteract with the Bleed Stone, right? Just completely negate the minus 15% bleed skill chance, add 15 to it, cancels out, and then once again, all you're left with is minus 1 speed. So you get plus 33% healing on him for only minus 1 speed, which is a great trade-off. But he does have better items than that. So, you know, as cool as that synergy is in the early game, in the late game, it's just not an item combo that you're going to be using. I'm tempted, I just kind of want to go for Bumper Crop, I think. And it's going to really reduce the cost of our next run significantly because we can just take like maximum food. And we could plan to go in and do the Sonorous Prophet battle with maximum food, so we'd have tons and tons of healing. I like that a lot. Gather 3 grain sacks. It's a medium length. We can switch up our party a little bit. We may actually keep the occultist in. He's got good stress levels right now. He's doing fine. But we do want to start leveling up some of the other people. What does she have? Actually, nothing. You know what? Let's bring her. Let's... Who else do we want to bring? We can sort by level. Let's bring Triari. Triari is set up to go into the secondary position. That's cool. Let's bring Jake. I'm trying not to bring people who are going to go up to level 3 just yet. The first level of the courtyard is where we're going to level up some of these guys like Behemoth and Ski-Bow. Something like this. I like this a lot. We've got some healing redundancy. We've got lots and lots of blight that we can give, which is pretty good in the Warrens. Now let's distribute some of our items. Man, I really don't like that we don't have a good way to counter the accuracy. Other than this, I guess. But we still get huge stress from that. We lose dodge from this. Oh no, it's the focus ring. Is it the focus ring and the... Hold on, we gotta look at this. We lose dodge, and we get additional stress. These kind of work really well together. And here we have an increase to his melee skills with no real negative whatsoever. And then the Vestal can just take this. Put that there. That's pretty good. And let's go ahead and make sure all of our stuff is upgraded. Alright, Nurgle. Definitely needed to upgrade Barasa. Yeah, that's still fine. What are we currently using on him? We've got the double stun, the double plague. We're not using the heal. And she already has the correct abilities for how we're going to be using her. So that's good. And before we go, let's just make sure everyone that needs to be somewhere doing something, getting some kind of negative quirk taken care of. Whatever. We'll just get rid of Curious. It's an annoying one. And yeah, this is a good group. Let's provision. Whoa, no, not the boss fight. Not the boss fight. We were going here. And hopefully we'll get an even more, you know, useful is kind of the wrong word, but this is a very, like, niche item. It's good in the courtyard, like I said, and not in very many other places. So hopefully we'll get a better, more versatile item, I guess is what I'm trying to say, next week. And for now, let's provision. Alright, seems good. Got a few extra of everything. Just in case. And into the Warrens we
Even
go.
the fiercest beast will lay down when it is not eaten. Steal their food,
damn. Maybe I should have gone this way first. It's not really too late. What an awful layout. This might be the worst layout I've ever seen in this game.
Ambushed by foul invention.
We could heal or bleed, but it's just not necessary. She's a healer. Go for the stun. Oh, that was the plague. Okay, well, we wouldn't have been able to stun the carrion. Well, no, actually, these guys aren't very stun resistant. I was thinking these guys had high stun resistances for some reason, but I think it's the maggots that do. Sorry for that roller coaster of thought. I hit the wrong button. I was trying to go for the stun, which would have been very useful. But this guy's dead next turn, and so is this thing. So it wasn't a bad misclick, but it certainly wasn't very good. And if we landed a judgment there, we would have healed ourselves, killed this thing.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
That should be a super dead thing.
As the fiend falls,
Nice.
a faint hope blossoms.
This thing is dead as well. I was just hoping we get a chance to heal ourselves. But alas, we did not.
Success so clearly in view. Or is it merely a trick of the light?
Let's get in that light. Gotta get rid of the stress dealers
The
ASAP.
blood quickens.
We really want them to spread around the damage so we can use some AoE heals.
Compassion is a rarity in the fevered pitch of battle.
Super dead. This guy's got 25% protection.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
He's got super low HP though.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Nice heavy hit. Man, she's just whipping everything. Let's put the inevitability there. He resisted the blight.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
Another bag of marbles. We can sell those. It's the antiquarian only item that gives plus 10 dodge. But we're going to have to pick up grain sacks on this run. And that's going to take up 3 slots in our inventory, guaranteed.
The way is lit. The path is clear. We require only the strength to follow it.
So we're going to have to be very careful about how we manage our inventory on this run. I usually don't even like to do these runs all that much, simply because they really limit the amount of gold you can get. But you're trying to make it up in the benefit of whatever the event is. Perfect.
Be gone, fiend. Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
She almost really doesn't even need an accuracy item. She gives herself so much accuracy just by using her standard attacks. And this dude should be dead. Yeah, perfect. If we land this, that would be awesome.
Slowly, gently. This is how a life is taken.
Yeah, we're already out of space for gold. That is not good. Sorry, holy water. Always seems to be the first thing to go. What a terrible layout. We're gonna have to walk back and forth so much.
Watch your step.
Trying, Wayne. I really am.
In Radiance, may we find victory.
Still haven't found a single sack of grain yet. Love these kills. Plague Doctor is such a good character.
Death.
The item on her right now is amazing.
Unforgiving.
And we get that kill, that clutch kill from the back line.
Obliterated.
Should have killed the third one. I don't know if she can reach. Yeah, she can't. That was a definite mistake. But at least we can take advantage of this extra turn to try and heal more.
Soothed. Sedated.
Man, not quite. We'll dump the citrine. We just can't afford it.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Let's touch this thing. Damn. Damn, that's pretty bad. I think there's a chance if you touch it to remove a negative quirk, so it's like a gamble. But that was a lot of stress to get all at once, 50. We'll probably camp around here. On our trip back, we'll try not to use any torches. Oh god. Okay, I don't remember what to do with these. I don't know if you burn them or what. Oh my god, I don't remember. I think you can burn them. But burning them might also just straight up like trigger some sort of nightmare fuel stuff. We haven't interacted with this before, so I have no like point of reference. Do we burn it? This could be like, here's 100 stress. Oh, we removed calm. Alright, glad to know that, and now I don't have to try and remember it all the time. Sweet. I was terrified, guys. I thought for sure we were going to push him over the edge. But the reason why I was doing it on him was because he only has 2 negative quirks, and they were both locked in. So I used him on the altar or whatever it's called, hoping to remove what would otherwise be a very expensive negative quirk to remove, and trying to get value that way. Oh, I shouldn't have used that last torch. That's just a habit. So we've just had to deal with double hunger checks. But yeah, I should not have used that torch. By the time we get all the way back to here, the torchlight would be low, and we'd have good incentive to use our camp. It's not necessarily a really bad mess up. I mean, we can still get out to here or something like that and use it. But it's almost good, I guess, that we haven't seen a single sack of grain yet. Because it's allowing us to kind of organize our inventory, use up all of our items.
Glittering gold, trinkets and baubles, paid for in blood.
Third hunger check. Okay. Prevent maladies can also be used to eliminate combat debuffs. Alright, just a crap ton of extra damage. That's really good on him. If he can't one-shot a maggot, I don't know.
Another one falls. Back to the pit.
I'm looking right now, and the fact that our Vestal almost never gets to go in these types of battles is really bad.
Be wary.
It's nice to have high speed on a
Triumphant
Vestal.
pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
Still no sacks of grain. That's crazy. There's got to be one, like, here. They can appear in the hallways and in the rooms.
Curious is the trap maker's art. His efficacy unwitnessed by his
There's
own
the first
eyes.
one. And of course I get punished for not using a torch there. I'm thinking about using the firewood in this room. We get lethargy. Okay, that's good. Good dodge.
Impressive.
Awesome. This thing is dead in 2 turns. And let's take full advantage of our damage bonus to one-shot him. I was going to say, he's going to try and stun the Vestal, but, I mean, a Butcher's Cut is pretty bad as well. But now that everyone's a little bit hurt, it even more so incentivizes the AoE heal, which I'm cool with. I just don't like that we've left her for last. That feels really bad. She's definitely a priority target. Hopefully the bounty hunter can one-shot her. Let's let Nurgle get the kill and the stress relief, and then finish him
Decimated.
to one-shot her. Okay, let's reorganize. And yeah, let's camp.
A spark without kindling is a goal without hope.
It's all the rest of our food. Do we have any way to prevent a nighttime ambush? I guess not. Alright, lots of healing on her. We can use Snuff Box to remove a disease. That's awesome. And courage there is great. I kind of like using the scout ahead just to see if there's maybe a secret room in here, because we're still holding on to 3 keys. Take that. Okay, we can't do it again. I guess it's only the antiquarian that can use that multiple times. Oh, this only works on 1 companion? Okay. And that's it. Let's rest and hope we don't get ambushed. Or maybe we do hope we get ambushed.
As the light gains purchase,
Just for the fight.
spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
Last time we got ambushed, we picked up 2,000 gold on a couple skeletons. So here we go, a bag of precious unspoiled grain. And now we get the scout. And we should be able to see where the quests are as well. So yeah, boom, quest location, quest location. If we go this way, we don't have to do all of those. Man, we still have shovels, correct? Yes. Alright, we're good. Let's kill the madman quickly. Double stun might have been better just because this thing has like 40 something resistance. Yeah, that would definitely would have been better. Didn't know we were going to get such a good hit.
Destroyed.
Kill there is great.
The match is struck. A blazing star is born.
Tried to hook me where it hurts. Who am I kidding? This is all I want to do. Attack is so good. And that attack is more accurate, I believe, than finish him.
Lands.
Okay, another 30% damage buff. We'll take it. And that makes room for this sack of grain. I wish they were worth something, like you sold them at the end of your run.
Such blockages are unsurprising. These tunnels predate even the earliest settlers.
And we don't even need our keys. Haven't used a single key.
Eradicated.
Perfect. 30% damage. This guy's dead also if he bleeds.
Precision.
Beautiful crit stun. And this should be a kill too.
A decisive
God, the
pummeling.
crits have really favored us this whole episode.
A death by inches.
That's kind of what happens when you're able to stay on top of your upgrades.
Masterfully
Jesus.
executed. This expedition at least promises success.
Well,
The light, the promise of safety.
toss those for this. And we also want the portraits. Let's get rid of that. Alright, that sucked. May as well use that. We're on the end here. And let's get rid of this. Pick that up. That's going to be the end.
Finding the stuff is only the first test.
But there might be
Now
a
it must
good
be
curio on
carried
the other
home.
side of this. And indeed there is.
Packs laden
Okay.
with loot.
That was
are
worth it.
often low on supplies.
And we could just dump the keys, I guess. I am become vengeance. All cultists will feel my mace. Brigands fear my roar. I am outnumbered, 'tis true. I am starved and half mad. But as long as there is breath in my body, I will press on. I will wreak unbearable agony on those who would seek to despoil my great manse. And now they come. I douse my torch. I do not fear the darkness. This is my house, and woe to the uninvited. Pretty sweet. Sweet little entry there into a trampled journal. So there's one more curio left. Oh great, and we'll get a little free stress relief here on Jake. Oh my god, did we get rid of our torches? No! We could have gotten 2 locked in quirks removed. This is not the one I would have chosen, but... Dang, punished. Okay, we're done here.
Our supplies are replenished. The soldiers will feast tonight.
And not the most lucrative run. but also not the most dangerous. I don't know what this means. Increased chance of winning while gambling. Increased chance of losing money. Better not lose my money. I think actually that just means...
A modest offering.
Oh, this
from
is,
those
yes,
few
perfect.
surrounding farms as yet untouched by the spreading calamity.
Perfect. I think that means they don't have, like, there's a chance when you put people into stress relief buildings that they don't come out the next week, that they have some sort of problem that they have to deal with and they stay in there. I think that's what that means. So one of them has a higher chance of continuing to gamble while the other one has a decreased chance of continuing to gamble. But here we get bumper crop, the fruits of our labor, so to speak. Nearby farmers have banded together, increasing security in an effort to protect the healthy livestock and crops upon which the hamlet depends. So supply costs and provision costs are minus 100%. That's awesome. For the next week. That is great. And we could pick up a second occultist. That's not bad. Five more. I think we should pick up a second occultist.
To fight the abyss.
And even maybe another leper. We'll hold off. I like picking up these level 2s slowly. Look at the, man, what's the name of that famous painting? With the two farmers. That's what it looks like. Anyway. Check that out even though there's really not much to see. Unequip the trinkets. Organize them. And the Blood Course Medallion is something that I pretty regularly sell. Her receiving extra heals is not a big deal, especially when you consider that we're giving her dodge and protection with our other two items. So let's get rid of this for 1,500. I think that's kind of a no-brainer, and we don't need 2 bags of marbles ever. Good to go. Our stress is great at the end of that, and everyone else is pretty much fully recovered. Nanami needs some help. We gotta put her somewhere. Put her in the cloister. And I think that's pretty much it for today's episode, guys. We did a lot. We also unlocked another boss. I don't know what this word is. Inchoate flesh? Some things were never meant to live. Cleanse the sin of the ancestors' experimentations and put this abomination into the abyss where it belongs. And then we also have another Book of Sanity, which is great. Man, we're gonna get all those. Getting 2 books of Sanity means we can probably sell the Book of Holiness for like a nice little 1,500 gold payday. I like that. And the other one is the Berserk Mask. It's a leper-only item. Gives crit and speed. I hate the minus 33% healing received, because the way I play him, I like him to be very tanky and heal himself. But there is a build that you can use with him, where you just buff the ever-loving hell out of his crit. And he has a lot of self-buffs. So for instance, this here, Revenge, you can use it once per battle. Gives him damage and accuracy and 7% crit, but it also lowers his dodge and increases the damage he takes. But you also use that in conjunction with Withstand, and this also lasts for the entire battle, and that gives him protection and resistances. So pretty unique balance there of letting him take more damage. He takes several turns to get that all set up, but once he does, he's just like a death machine. Really good on bosses. Probably one of the best characters, period, in the farmstead. The Jester and the Leper, I think, are the 2 best characters in the farmstead. Followed probably closely by the Men-at-Arms and their perma buffs, as well as maybe like the Houndmasters because of their stress relief and AoE. But anyway, guys, that was a fun one. I'm not sure which. Yeah, we're definitely taking on the Sonorous Prophet in the next episode, so look forward to that. Man, I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. I'm a little bit tired. I had to record a little bit later in the day. A lot going on at home. But yeah, so let me give you guys your daily knock knock joke here. Knock knock. Who's there? Water. Water who? What are you doing in my house? Okay. Alright, y'all. Once again, my name is Brett. Channel's Goodtalk Gaming. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. All that YouTube stuff. And as always, y'all, I will see you in the next one. Take care, y'all.